This is fun, as you say. I have all your DVDs, so I was watching people, I was like, people say, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. I'm like, you're ridiculous, but here I am, doing the same thing. First of all, I just came up with a great analogy up to explaining the manifestation and the feeling thing the other day. In my mind, I picture it this way. It's like you're feeling something that you want. Let's call it money. And the manifestation, it's what you get. So the universe is, if you say, I want a new car, and the universe says, money first. Give me the feeling, otherwise I'm not giving it to you. So it's like, I picture that and it all makes sense right away. But what I want to talk about is...
So you're relating, there's a step in between, sometimes, getting what you're getting. And you are equating that step with alignment, yes?
Yes, it's like alignment, it's the money.
So let's call it vibrational currency.
Yeah, vibrational currency first.
Yeah.
And then I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Good.
So yeah, that made sense to me, and it's easier for me to...
The only tweaking that we want to do with your analogy is that the universe is not holding you to any standards. It's not like the universe is withholding or yielding when you said, I'll do anything that you want. Because the universe is yielding to you whatever you are offering vibrationally. So it's just between you and you. See, you get to offer a vibration and realize the results of that vibration, and offer a vibration and realize the results of that vibration, until you just tune yourself into offering the vibration in order to realize the results. But there are steps along the way. Start again. There are experiences along the way in the getting of the car, or even the getting of the money, that we want you to feel the advantage of experiencing that vibrational currency pulsing through you. Because long before there is a manifestation, there is so much pleasure to be had in the alignment. There's so much pleasure to be had in the lining up of thoughts. In the universal, Esther loves the idea of situation comedy, because she thinks that the universe is the orchestrator of all situation comedy. And she just thinks that it is so magnificent as she deliberately finds that high-flying disc to watch the ways in which the universe will surprise and delight her in the course of 10 minutes or an hour or all day long. It's like there's never-ending joyful exposure to life on her way to all of those larger manifestations that, like you, she wants. But it's not about the car, and it's not about the money. It's about the vibrational alignment that allows you clarity and timing, you see.
It's that building that trust. Esther built this trust that I haven't built yet, that you just know it. It's like, I'm feeling it, then it has to be. So how do you go about, I know, like, it's the more you do it, the more you trust it.
That's perfectly stated, but there is a stronger way of saying it. You can't not trust Law of Attraction's response to you now that you know what you know. Because everything that comes, you're going to be able to acknowledge the absolute correlation between how you've been feeling today and what just happened. In other words, there's no missing it once you know this. There's no missing it. So the key is, when you have deliberately chosen a disc, and let's say you're deliberately reaching for the high-flying, good feeling point of attraction, and you don't quite make it, but the fact that you wanted it and focused upon it and are aware that you didn't quite make it, and therefore you're aware of where you are, as things unfold that are perfect vibrational matches to where you are, you begin to make the obvious association. I flowed that vibration, I got that back in response. It's not a trust that it builds, it's an absolute knowing. These are absolute responses, absolute universal responses to something that you used to do accidentally that now you're doing deliberately. And it's the deliberate factor that makes it fun.
Yeah. But what I really hear, my real questions are, I want to talk about aliens, about other beings. And as you say, you know it all. Are they countable? How many, if they're countable at the system, how many or like us are out there?
796.
But no. Why can't you give me an answer if you say you know it all? I'm just curious.
Because whatever answer we give you is subject to question, just like the one we gave you.
Okay, so I should go and trust that number.
Because don't believe a word of anything we say. First of all, words don't teach. It's only life experience that teaches. And there are so many things that have to be explained before any answer has any viability, that it was like we're in one place of understanding, you're in another place of understanding, and so any answer that we give to the question that you ask from where you're standing was about as meaningful as the answer that we gave you.
So is there a way to count it, or there's no way? Like in my understanding, like so I'm back to this.
It's all right. No, we're happy to talk about this. They're not, but we're happy to talk about this. And so we're going to be brief about it. In other words, we think it's fascinating that we are wanting to help you to feel your personal empowerment so that you can bring whatever you want to you. And we just maybe in the last few minutes got planet Earth in a place that you can deal with it. And now we're reaching far, far beyond. So give us a picture of that which we are counting. What are we counting? Thoughts?
A planet.
Are we counting thoughts? Are we counting perspectives? Are we counting consciousnesses? Are we counting vibrations? Are we counting focused beings?
Manifestation, yeah, a manifestation of...
So how many physical manifestations?
Of a planet of beings.
Oh, that one's easy. 0.
So we like, it's like there's nothing. Oh, I see what you mean. It's like, 99.9999, it's empty space, so pretty much everything is empty space. Even if you see it, doesn't mean it's there.
Oh, that's not what we meant.
So how do you say 0 then?
Because what you're wanting to do, you're wanting to consider the equivalent to that which you are and give it that name. And there is nothing that is equivalent to that which you are that has that name.
I see what you mean. It's like, okay.
So there's so much we have to straighten out first before this conversation has any, and that's why so many people have so much misunderstanding about so much of that. You see. Okay. Is there that which is non-physical? Of course there is. Here we are. Although you don't know that because you're seeing this physical expression of that which we are. So now we're asking you to count on the consciousness, count on the vibration of it, but some can do it and some cannot, you see. So everything that you are seeing or hearing or smelling or tasting or touching, you are translating vibrationally. And so when something is a reality in the way that you mean it, that means everyone who's seeing and hearing and smelling and tasting and touching has the ability, because the momentum of it is such that it can now be realized by all who see. There is 0 like that of that which you are speaking about.
Okay. So also I wanted to know...
Did you get that? Best description of that we've ever given. Did you get it? Not so much, because it wasn't what you wanted to hear.
Not so much, but I will. Like you say, in 2 weeks from now. I have an idea of what you mean, yeah.